Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the private clinic, Grace tells Bill the experimental surgery was a threat, but they pulled it off. She's sure he'll make a full recovery. The other croaker busts Liam out to take him for an MRI. Grace tells a suspecting Bill that Liam can leave moment and go home with him. Bill exclaims that Liam didn't have his wisdom teeth removed. How is she transferring his son home with him moment? Grace understands that it's unorthodox, but due to the experimental nature of the surgery Liam will have to recover away. She has a plan. Grace will shoot him to Bill's house in an ambulance, where a devoted nanny will look after him. Bill asks if it's okay to move him this snappily. She's sure. At the sanitarium, Finn pouts. Liam was released into Bill's care. Bridget says yes, Dr. Buckingham inked off on this. Finn can't imagine why she'd do this given he has a brain excrescence and a projectile crack. There has to be further to this. Unfit to reach Dr. Buckingham, Finn declares that he has to get to the bottom of why she had Liam removed. Bridget knows he has a lot of questions, but Grace is an exceptional croaker. She wants to believe she was acting in Liam's stylish interests. Finn wants to believe that too. He has to modernize his woman. And doesn't suppose she'll be happy to hear what he has to say. Steffi tells Hope she hasn't heard anything from Finn about Liam. Hope says Deacon told her Sheila is recovering at the house she lost another toe. Steffi admits she has a weird feeling of gratefulness toward Sheila. They agree that Liam doesn't earn what's passing to him. Steffi worries about how they'll tell the girls. How much longer are we supposed to keep it from them that their father is dying? Steffi gets a call from Finn and Hope joins her on speakerphone with him and Bridget. Finn says Liam has been released into Bill's care. Steffi asks which croaker inked off on this. Finn says, Dr. Buckingham let this be. At Il Giardino, the staff serves Sheila some tea and Eiffels. Cleric appears with pink roses for his 8-toed beauty and kisses her. Cleric fawns over his gorgeous woman and coaxes her to put her bottom up on a president to keep it elevated. Sheila reminds him it's not her first rodeo. Cleric gets called down and Sheila flashes to the firing at the sandhouse. She asks Deacon if he's heard any further about Liam. He hasn't. Sheila can't believe her granddaughter is gone. Sheila muses that Luna merited more from her grandmother. She could have given her more support, but rather she pushed her down. Deacon thinks Luna took advantage of Sheila's fidelity. It nearly got her killed. She shot you. Sheila demurs that she didn't mean any detriment, all she wanted to do was move Steffi to let her spend time with her father. Cleric tells Sheila that she defended her family. You're a idol. Finn and Steffi, they've to realize that too. Sheila's not sure Steffi could see what she did as heroic. She was doing what she felt she demanded to. They should concentrate on Liam. Deacon's upset about him too. Sheila says he has to be okay. Cleric tells his woman. She's inconceivable for allowing about Liam after all she's been through. He wasn't the only idol, she's a idol too. He's no way been prouder of her or further hysterical of losing her for good. Sheila croons that it's okay. You didn't lose me. I'm right then. They kiss. At the private clinic, Bill's eager to see if Liam's conscious. Grace brings up the line transfer again. Bill says it's done. A million bones. Grace smiles and steps down to take a call. She tells the person on the phone, "Don't worry, it's passing now." She says she can't talk now and lets them go. Just also, Liam is wheeled back in. Bill takes his hand and tells him he did it, he's a fighter. Liam clasps his pater's hand and Bill exhales with relief. Bill tells Liam he made it through surgery and Grace is hopeful. You're coming home. Grace says they've to stay for the results of the MRI, but in the meantime, they'll release Liam. Bill tears up thanking Grace for this inconceivable gift. I'm so thankful. Truly. Bridget gets a call from a nanny and learns Grace isn't indeed in the structure. Steffi and Hope arrive, and Finn updates them. Steffi says she called Bill about 15 times and he wouldn't pick up. The only information they've is that Liam is staying home with Bill. At Bill's place, he thanks the nanny for getting Liam settled and asks about the MRI results. She'll take them with him once they're transferred over. She files out and Bill tearfully tells Liam, "You're home now, son." The nanny checks the vitals again and Liam begins to stir. Bill pulls out his phone to call Steffi and Hope. Steffi answers Bill's call and asks if he's apprehensive that Liam's been released. He says he's with him. Finn tells Bill he's on speaker with Hope and Bridget and he has serious enterprises. What's going on? Bill can't get into the details but Liam had surgery moment. It was an experimental procedure performed by Dr. Buckingham and a co-worker of hers from out of the country. She said it could save his life. Hope asks if it went well. Finn can't believe he's at the house. Bill reassures him. Steffi asks if Liam could live. Bill says, yes, and also disconnects. Steffi and Hope rave that their daughters may not lose their father after all. He tells his son he'd go to hell and back for him and his sisters. This has to work. You're going to be cured. Grace proposed a painless, and uber expensive, procedure that may just save Liam's life. Grace checked in on Liam. The good news is, he's doing better. The better news is, Bone Bill was by his side. The bad news is, there's still that pesky brain excrescence killing him. Bill supplicated his son to let him help. Let him help seek out other treatments. At least let him be there from now on. Liam opened up to his pater. About being hysterical to die. He allowed. He was ready to go but after being shot, Liam was ready to fight. That wasn't just music to Grace's cognizance, it was music to Bill's too. Grace and Bill headed into the hallway to bandy all the options. Grace informed Bill there was one last option. A Hail Mary option, but an option nevertheless. It was an experimental treatment and there wasn't a guarantee. In fact, it was so experimental and precious, indeed the sanitarium couldn't know about it. Bill agreed to pay whatever it took and make any arrangements Grace needs to save his son. Bill ran over to Liam's room to try to talk him into witnessing the experimental procedure. To say Liam was open to the idea is an understatement. He was all for it. By the time Grace got there, Liam indeed started to feel a shaft of stopgap. There were just a many catches, he'd to decide right also and there, the surgery would be hereafter, it wouldn't be done in the sanitarium and would have to stay a secret. Anyhow of the pitfalls, Liam jumped at the chance. Yes. Yes. A million times yes. Ridge, Brooke, and Eric bandied Liam being idle and the tragedy of his terminal illness. They all agreed to be there for Liam and his children. Well, at least after they get back from Naples. Speaking of that which, Eric invited Brooke along since Steffi couldn't go. Of course, Brooke said yes. She was agitated to make new recollections in Italy. Ridge and Eric talked about the trip and Ridge wondered if his pater was over to commodity. Eric didn't exactly deny it and Ridge kinda sorta gently put his bottom down. He has a woman in his life and that's that. The Naples trip was the hot content at the Forrester estate, too. Donna wished she was going but someone had to stay and hold down the stronghold. Taylor wasn't packing a bag either but wondered if Brooke would be. Donna hoped so. Why should her family turn down the occasion? She pushed to get the scoop on Taylor's passions, which weren't important. Taylor trusted Ridge to recognize his commitment whether he and Brooke were then or overseas. Either, is one of Brooke's spouses smelling around trying to win her back? Yes. Yes, he is. With that, Taylor took off for the office to check in with her man and set a date for their marriage before he spurt sets with his partner. Nick was veritably much each about Brooke and turned up in the design room to see her. Unfortunately for him, she was each about him. Her head was in the shadows allowing about her time alone with Ridge in Naples. Nick proposed a different idea. Yes, sure, go to Italy for business, but rather of going with the Forresters, fly with him rather. As it turns out, Nick has some shop to talk in Naples, too. Brooke made all feathers of defenses to not fly on his airplane. But Nick wasn't taking no for an answer. He got right close to Brooke and promised to not only make time for her in Italy but to treat her the way she deserves.